So Jerry Dulac of the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette,
my former employer,
he wrote an article that said, let's Zoom with Jerry. Steelers positional analysis is the headline. They could have dressed that up. Kenny Pickett stands alone in QB room, which means he is the only one currently on the roster because they released Mitchell Trubisky. Honestly, what the day after the Chiefs won the Super Bowl with the guy the Bears didn't draft instead of him. And
timing.
And then Mason Rudolph's free agent. So the only one that's under contract for the 2024 season is Kenny Pickett. That's it. And him with his hamburger helper gloves, that's it. That's all he got. What? It's the truth. That's what he looks like with those white gloves on his hands.
But does the hamburger helper only have 3 fingers?
No. He's got 5. Stop it.
Hamburger helper still has bigger hands than Kenny Pickett,
Stop
I think.
it.
That's what I read in the report.
It's called
I had it for dinner last
inference,
night.
okay?
Sorry.
Not everything needs to take the hammer and hit the nail on the head.
Sorry.
All right?
Sorry.
So, according
dealing
to
with
Jerry, you know, this is the wild thing here is that there is a conversation in the building right now that that it could be Rudolph, or it could be they re-sign him. And the one thing it's not going to be is anybody outside of the building, quote unquote. This is the one that he dropped. This is the second to last paragraph, the penultimate paragraph.
Mm.
It starts with this. In any event, the Steelers are not interested in bringing in a quarterback who wants to be a starter. That would include Justin Fields and Kirk Cousins and probably even Russell Wilson, who has a connection with the Steelers. They're committed to giving Pickett a third season to see if he's the guy to do more than just win a playoff game, something they haven't done in a franchise record 7 years. Interesting that the name there, and I'm sure he just, didn't throw it in there. Tannehill is out there. And the reason why you might be like, what, Rich, why would you even bring up Tannehill? Arthur Smith's the new offensive coordinator, and
Bingo.
Arthur Smith has coordinated a one-seeded offense with Ryan Tannehill and a big bruising running back like, say, Najee Harris. And if anybody's out there going, why wouldn't the Steelers do their due diligence to go get somebody and bring that individual in? It's because, well, they're the Steelers. And you know who knows that? Rod Woodson. At the Super Bowl, we had Rod as one of our first guests. And he was dropping the breadcrumbs. Like, I shouldn't be surprised that they're not interested in bringing in a quarterback who wants to be a starter. This is what he had to say when I asked him who's going to be the starting quarterback for the Steelers this fall.
Whoever they draft.
Is that right?
I don't think their starting quarterback is in the roster. I just don't think he's there.
Pickett got hurt. You thought you didn't see enough of him? Or you were already talking about letting somebody develop, right?
No, I just don't know if he's that guy. Like, if they would have took Dan Marino years ago, I probably wouldn't say anything today about them taking a pick quarterback. I just don't know if the quarterback of the future is there. I just don't know. And
what about if Justin Fields is available because the Bears draft?
They normally don't trade.
Russ?
The Steelers don't do that. That's just not who they are.
Well, maybe it's time
I would
to be that
really
way.
surprised if they did something of that nature. That's not who they are as a organization. Would that be a good idea? I think it'd be a really good idea if you get Kirk Cousins, who's been there, who's done it. He's an older guy. He knows how to play. He knows how to distribute the football. He can throw the football down the field. He has some great little social media content with his little 5 chains and all that. So, he fits into the black and gold era. So I wouldn't be surprised if they can do that more than trading for Fields.
And Jerry Dulac says that's not going to happen. Either one. I don't know if he thought about, drafting kids just because we were surrounded by an absolute Nickelodeon lunacy on that day.
Nickelodeon lunacy?
You could hear the kids screaming in the background. But they draft 20th. Is that who? My guy, J.J. McCarthy? Penix?
McCarthy's going to be gone by then.
You think so? Bo Nix? Why would they start from scratch?
That's Bo Nix range.
But why would they start from scratch?
Because the other two guys stink.
Well, the other guy is maybe Mason Rudolph. They kind of finished up strong, but I don't. Again, the number of times that I cape for the organization and the coach, and if you're Arthur Smith, wouldn't you want to put, I guess maybe you could say, let's take Pickett and put him in the hands of somebody who's actually a bona fide, real deal, top flight offensive coordinator, as opposed to 3 years with Big Ben's buddy Randy Finkner, pardon me, and then Matt Canada. Those have been their OCs the last 6 years. So they just plug in their usual with somebody who's now unusually coordinated to give you some dynamic offense,
Rich,
compared to your previous two guys.
You think it's that Arthur realizes he's going to run the ball so much it doesn't matter who the quarterback is?
But the quarterback runs with him. He can run the quarterback. That's what Tannehill was, his secret sauce. Don't forget, I mean, everybody thinks it's Derrick Henry every single time from inside the 10. Tannehill used to take it. And you take it in the chops, too.
Rich, Joe Flacco had more touchdown passes this year with Cleveland
I'm with you.
than Kenny Pickett in his career.
I get it. And this is the sort of stuff, like maybe that's why the Steelers are like, fans are like, get out of here with this stuff. I don't know. I don't think Justin Fields is going to be that expensive either. I don't. But when Justin Fields, you've got to make a decision on a fifth-year option, and then so you're trading for somebody new who's more expensive than drafting somebody new, or sticking with Pickett, and then hopping on somebody who's what, like a Kyle Allen. You want to? You can't. Who else? You're going to bring in somebody who doesn't want to be a starter? So Pickett gets concussed and goes down again. That's your guy? Or do you just say, Mason Rudolph looked pretty damn good. He's been here the whole time. Let's go. Players apparently dig him. Teammates dig him. But if you can get Kirk Cousins, why wouldn't you go in the other direction?
Well, Rudolph would be a fourth of the cost of Kirk, probably, right? Kirk's going to be $40+ million a year.
This is a fascinating conversation. With Deshaun Watson coming back, and Joe Burrow coming back, and the Ravens needing to come back from what they can't, what the season,
and they might
tore them apart.
They might have Derrick Henry next year.
Who?
The Ravens.
I still think TJ's team should just say, "Damn the torpedoes," and do it already.
Well, they had their chance, and
it's coming up in 2 weeks, bro.
They had their chance at the trade deadline.
I know, and
True.
now they can just sign him. It's just Jerry Jones's money.
He's got
figuring out his cap. He's coming? Is what you think?
I said he's got a lot. You said money. I'm like, he's got a lot of it. Jerry Jones.
Oh, I know. But the question is why are the Steelers, like, I guess they're just going to keep zigging. There's no zag. There's just no zag. And, man, there's a ton of Steeler fans saying, when are we zagging? Because this zig has not put a playoff win in the case for 7 years. Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.